Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. My name is Juliet. So I posted a paper illustration on this collar on our Facebook page, and a lot of people were confused, hence the reason for this video. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate how it's done for you to see. Here I have this piece of fabric. I am going to be folding it into four. This is just a tutorial, so just ignore the fabric not being straight and all of that. It's just a tiny piece. I'm just going to make it for my baby dummy. So I folded this fabric here into two. So I'm marking the neckline now, which is 2.5. For a child, it will be 2.5, but for an adult, 3 inches. For myself, I mark 3 inches. So I'm slanting the shoulder by 1 inch. I would do 1.5 if I was making this for myself. So next, I'm marking neck depth of 1 inch. So this is for the back, but we'll be cutting it for both the front and the back for now. So 2.5 wide and then 1 inch deep. For an adult, 3 inches wide, 1 inch deep as well. Here now I went on to mark the sleeve opening plus extra 1 inch. So you're going to mark your sleeve opening. For myself, I marked 9 inches. And then I came in by 1 inch and I marked all the way to the hem because it's a free dress. So I've cut out the neckline and then the shoulder slant, and then I'm cutting the sides. So if you're making this for yourself, you may want to cross check your measurements so that your dress does not end up too small. So next I'm going to separate the back from the front. I'll take out the back piece and keep it aside. Then we'll be marking the front neckline. So this is the front piece now. We're going to fold it into half and then iron that midpoint so we have a crease that is going to guide us as we progress. So from the midpoint now, I'm going to come down by 8 inches. For an adult, you come down by 10 to 12 inches. So from the neckline, I placed my tape 1 inch out and then I marked 8 inches down. You should do the same. Place 1 inch on your neckline and then mark 10, 11 or 12 inches. So next I'm going to be marking 0.75 on both sides of the midpoint. So you can mark 1 inch each, or you can mark ½ inch on both sides depending on how much you want for the midpoint. So I'll say either ½ inch on both sides or 0.75 like I'm doing. So that means you have 1.5 in total. You can mark 2, you can mark 1, you can mark 1.5 just like I did. Now we're going to connect that point to the neckline like so. The same for this other side. Now from where we marked, we're going to come up by 0.75 and then we're going to slant into the corners as you can see. Next we are going to mark ½ inch in all the way to the neckline. I already know what ½ inch looks like, but you may want to measure to be sure that it's ½ inch you're marking inwards, and then we are cutting off on that ½ inch. I'm going to cut this piece out and then cut the corners like so. Do not cut past that corner as you can see. So this is it now. Next we are going to cut the piece that is going to form the collar. Now because we had 1.5 inch on the midpoint on that corner there, we are going to be needing 2 inches of fabric to sit into that space. So half is going to go in as the allowance, and then we'll now have 1.5 remaining. So I have 4 inches of fabric here. It's 4 inches wide, and then the length we are going to follow the neckline, the two sides of the front neckline and the back all together. Make sure it's more than what you have there. So here my fabric is short, so we're going to be joining it in to joining two of the pieces together to get the neckline. And then I'm going to go join the shoulders using ½ inch, and I've also ironed this piece into two. So 4 inch 4 inches folded into two, that is 2 inches. And see the way I joined the shoulders together. The half inch that we added is not part of the shoulder, it's hanging out. So after ironing this into two, please, you might want to add light interfacing to this collar piece. It's very important. So we're going to go now and sew round the neckline. So ideally what you should do is measure around this point to be sure of how many inches you have, then use that to cut your collar piece. So we're going to go sew round like that on that half inch. I will advise you sew from the inside so you can see that mark clearly. So after sewing, this is what we have. Make sure your sewing does not pass that corner, like so. Start exactly there and stop at the same point on the other side. Next, now this is the right side. Remember the collar was sewn on the right side as well. We're going to push this inside. This is the point where a lot of people were confused. So you push the collar pieces on the inside like so, and then arrange them on top of each other. So I'm just arranging the dress to be sure that the collar is sitting smooth, it's not folded or anything. So once I'm sure that the collar is properly aligned, we are going to go underneath it and sew down that tiny piece. See, we're going to hold just the collar pieces together with that tiny piece and then stitch it down. Then back on the right side, you might want to go ahead and top stitch, which is optional, pushing the seam allowance towards the body, towards the dress itself and not the collar. But you can do well without top stitching, it will still be fine. Just iron nicely. So I went ahead to stop stitch, pushing the seam allowances towards the dress, and this is what I have. So you can go ahead and add a patch to the chest if you want to. I will not be doing that here. Just cut a piece and place it, shape it the way you want, and just sew on top like that. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you learned anything from it. I will really appreciate that. And also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Share this video with your friends that might need it. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Also follow us on Facebook. The link will be in the description box. Thank you.